Right now at 10, 4 houses built faster and smarter. A look at Habitat for Humanity's new projects in the Coulee region. And why some Winona residents are pushing for limits on Airbnb rentals in their neighborhoods. Plus, how a night at the ballpark united the community and gave back to local children.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off this week. Habitat for Humanity of the Greater La Crosse region is celebrating the construction of 4 new affordable homes built using innovative construction techniques that make homeownership more accessible than ever. The event featured delicious food, home tours, and inspiring speeches from local leaders. This neighborhood will include a total of 10 Clayton cross-mod homes, thoughtfully designed to resemble traditional houses while being constructed faster and more cost effectively.
We created a product for nonprofits to be able to access capital, and in this case it's $1.5 million on a line of credit so they can create more affordable housing.
The energy efficient homes have solar shingles and battery backups and will also help with utility bills. The Eau Claire Police Department is searching for a man wanted for attempted sexual assault. According to a social media post, police are searching for Roy Gene Hoff Jr. for alleged first-degree attempted sexual assault. Hoff is 5'8", 175 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen fleeing in a stolen red Toyota on Highway 93 at I-94. His license plate of the vehicle is AAC 8014. Now, if you see Hoff, call law enforcement immediately and do not approach him. 41-year-old Fred Kelly is wanted by the Wisconsin Department of Corrections. He missed his parole check-in in February. The last place we know he lived in was Viola, Wisconsin. If you know where Fred Kelly is, please call the sheriff's office at 608-637-2123. A La Crosse man pled no contest in his stepfather's shooting death. Alan Fry was in court today. He pled no contest by reason of mental disease. A judge committing Fry to the Department of Health Services for 35 years. The charges stem from the 2024 fatal shooting of 61-year-old Brady Fredrickson and setting fire to a house. The man accused of fleeing police in West Salem will face a trial. Derek Brout allegedly injured an officer's hand when speeding off before ditching his car in the woods. He was later found in Illinois. Well, you definitely felt that drop in humidity and temps all day today, especially tonight. You definitely could see that haze in the skies, Nicole.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, because other than that, it's actually a really nice forecast for the next 4 or 5 days or so. We're going to have very comfortable temperatures and mostly dry conditions, but that haze is really going to be a party ruiner. Your highs today, a nice 76 in La Crosse. We stayed a bit cooler because those clouds from that morning shower stayed around a little bit longer, got up to 80 degrees in Eau Claire. Otherwise, we were hazy across most of the area, especially after those clouds moved out. Can't really see that on satellite now that it's night out, but I promise you it's there, and it's going to be lasting until we get into tomorrow as well. High pressure lingering off into North Dakota. That's slowly going to be making its way into our area. That's going to be the deciding factor on how we stay nice and quiet through the next few days. Air quality alerts, though, apart from that, in effect for the state of Wisconsin until noon tomorrow. That will likely be extended, though, as we'll have another ribbon of smoke coming down on Friday. Minnesota has the air quality alert lasting until about 5 p.m. on Saturday. Your morning, apart from the haze, not looking too bad. Fairly mild. Temperatures in the low 60s for your lows. Winds starting to pick up a little bit as we go into the afternoon, blowing around 7 to 10 miles an hour, mainly out of the northeast. But overall, a very quiet and fairly comfortable day apart from that haze, and that smoke is going to linger a little bit longer, so we'll have the timing on that in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Well, this month, the Blair Taylor School Board voted to raise the cost of school meals. It's the district's first change to meal prices since 2020. All school meals will see a price increase except for 6th through 12th grade breakfast. Officials say it's happening in response to rising costs. Since 2020, their food service expenses have gone up 40%. That's why board members say the change needed to happen now.
It's always serious to raise any sort of prices, especially ones, I think, for our families and for our students.
Wisconsin's state superintendent proposed including universal free school meals in the state budget, but it didn't make it to the final legislation. Families that qualify for reduced priced school meals will not be impacted by the increase. In Winona, some people have had it with Airbnbs popping up all over their neighborhoods, and now they want action. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has this story.
The future of Airbnbs in Winona's residential districts are up for debate. Next month, Winona's Planning Commission will consider new limits on short-term rentals in neighborhoods. Those options, a 500-foot buffer zone between rentals or capping the total number within zoning districts.
We have a 30% non-owner occupied rule per neighborhood per block. So only 30% of the properties can be rental income.
The new limits stem from concerned residents who say the rentals impact Winona's limited housing stock. But Jack says short-term rentals aren't the problem, it's the market.
Airbnbs are not driving up the cost of affordable housing. There's just there's not that many of them that are there. What's driving it is that there's a lot more demand for the home than there is supply of homes.
Rentals within these zoning districts require permits from the city. Since 2017, they've issued a total of 41 permits. 22 of those are currently active. Reporting in Winona, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Amplify by Gunderson has a new mobile health unit. It will provide routine checkups and vaccination, as well as acute care for children. Having a mobile clinic can help bring health care closer to the families across the region, especially those in more rural communities.
Transportation is difficult, and that a lot of people struggle with both the time and the ability to get to health care. And so this unit will hopefully help bridge that gap and bring the health care directly to the people where they need it.
The clinic was unveiled tonight at the Loggers Children's Miracle Network Hospital's night. Rock legend Ozzy Osbourne's death sent shockwaves through the music world. Local fans in La Crosse were rushing to record stores to buy his albums and memorabilia. Deaf Ear Records downtown reports they're having trouble keeping Ozzy's music in stock as fans pay tribute to the heavy metal icon.
Yeah, I think Ozzy was an absolute icon, and I think he's going to go down in history. I think he's going to be passed from generation to generation. He's left such a mark with all the great things he's left behind. I think it's going to be real hard to forget him.
Osbourne died on July 22nd at age 76, only weeks after performing at the Black Sabbath farewell concert. Part of one of La Crosse's tennis courts will close tomorrow. Some of the courts at Green Island Tennis Facility will close for maintenance. The work is expected to be finished on Friday. The La Crescent Police Department's National Night Out medallion has been found. The Bueller kids found it in the free little library at Valley South Park. The final clue that gave it away was being outside. There are ways to have fun, biking, hiking, or having a picnic in the sun. What does an animal have to do with this clue? A four-legged critter that is bigger than a shrew. Coming up, a confirmed case of West Nile in Wisconsin. What doctors are urging people to do to stay safe. Plus, Kamala Harris weighs her decision on running for governor of California in 2026. When we come back.
It's the patio closeout sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to an extra 50% off regular prices or pay no interest until 2030 on the best selection of porch and patio in the Midwest. Right now during the patio closeout sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on this Silverado, plus $1,000 cash allowance. That's over $7,000 total value, plus $5,250 total cash allowance for current Chevy owners.
Time to stock up on deals at Fleet Farm's Truckload Super Sale, July 31st through August 3rd. Get a Blackstone 28-inch Omnivore griddle bundle for just $269.99. Our own 24 packs of drinking water are 4 for $10. A WorkMax linkable 30-inch LED shop light is only $6.59. And 40-pound bags of black oil sunflower seed are just $18.99. Head to your local Fleet Farm to haul away truckload savings. And check out our weekly ad for even more deals at fleetfarm.com.
During the 51st anniversary sale at Home Sleep Express, get our best offer ever and pay no interest until 2030, or get an extra 10% off sale prices on Prana Sleep and Thomas Cole Sleep. Find the right fit for your right sleep. The 51st anniversary mattress sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
Well, it was a special ball game at Copeland Park tonight for the Children's Miracle Network. JDS McGee was there to share with us the excitement from the night.
A night at the ballpark turned into a home run for a good cause. The La Crosse Loggers teamed up with Firefighters Credit Union to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network, bringing the community together to support local families.
This event truly is all about the kids. It's about giving the kids an incredible night out. It's about giving their families a chance to connect with other hero families, and it's about a chance to give back to our cause.
Children's Miracle Network helps local kids get the care that they need, whether it's equipment, treatment, or emotional support. Events like this not only raise money for CMN, they also bring awareness.
It feels really good that, they try to get the children involved in events like this, to bring awareness to the community on the different needs that these children have, and trying to rally around the families to help, support, other families in the future.
And it's that continued support that makes all the difference. Year after year, the La Crosse community shows up, reminding families that they are not alone.
Whether it's businesses like the Loggers, or whether it's individuals who come out and support us at events like this, this community is just so generous, both with time and money, and really want to give back.
Tonight was a night of fun, all for a cause that hits home for many families. Reporting in La Crosse, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Looks like it was a fun night, and they are having a Logger jersey auction where you can help their cause. You can bid online until August 3rd at 8 p.m. We'll have a link for that on our website. Well, the first case of West Nile popping up in Barron County. The virus is spread to humans, birds, and other animals through an infected mosquito. Doctors say symptoms include fever, achiness, and stiff necks, but most don't show any symptoms. An average of 18 cases of West Nile pop up in Wisconsin each year.
People shouldn't be nervous. Again, this is something that's now endemic to Wisconsin. We've been monitoring this for over 20 years for West Nile virus. So again, it's endemic. We do see cases every year.
You can minimize risk by applying bug spray, wearing long sleeves and pants, and removing stagnant water from items on your property. Congressman Derek Van Orden's Veteran Home Loan Program Reform Act is now a law. It allows an easier process for the VA to lend money. This gives vets who are behind on their mortgages a safety net to avoid foreclosure. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is leading a bipartisan effort to crack down on plant-based products using dairy names. The Dairy Pride Act would require the FDA to stop non-dairy products from using labels like milk, cheese, and yogurt. Baldwin says imitation products made from plants and nuts have unfairly used dairy's good name without meeting the same standards. Well, High Noon has issued a recall after some of its vodka seltzers were mislabeled as Celsius energy drinks. The concern is consumers could accidentally ingest alcohol. The FDA said cases were shipped to stores in Wisconsin from July 21st to July 23rd. Former Vice President Kamala Harris announced she won't run for California governor. Harris saying, quote, "For now, my leadership and public service will not be in elected office." In today's decision, she did not address a possible 2028 presidential candidacy. We'll have more news ahead, but first,
hazy skies are likely to last over the next couple days, at least until tomorrow, with unhealthy air quality expected. I'll have all the details on when it moves out coming up right after the break.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like these Clorox wipes, $4.99 for rewards members. 1-pound bags of Dots pretzels, $5.99. And select name brand tires, rewards members can buy 3, get 1 free, and get an extra $20 instant savings. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Well, looking ahead even into the weekend, we have a very quiet stretch of weather ahead, but I'm sure none of us are really complaining about that, especially after this little warm stretch that we've been having. It's almost looking exactly opposite, dry and very cool compared to the 90s that we've been dealing with, but comfortable nonetheless. Definitely not on the cold side. The only thing that we're really dealing with, especially tomorrow and even looking potentially towards the weekend, is going to be this haze. Here's our smoke aloft tracker. This is just going to be the haze within the sky, not really so much the smoke near the surface, although we are still forecasting unhealthy air quality as we go into tomorrow. As you can see, waking up tomorrow morning, a little bit of an improvement for areas south of I-94, but still seeing a secondary ribbon starting to make its way further south into the area out of northern Wisconsin. That'll continue to slowly creep to the south, likely overspreading onto the area as we go into Thursday night, and then you'll wake up to potentially even hazier skies as we go into Friday morning. So keeping that in mind, right now the air quality alert in Wisconsin is just going to noon tomorrow, but again, likely still seeing some impacts from additional smoke coming in into Friday and even potentially looking ahead towards the weekend. Can already see that weekend trend going into Minnesota as this air quality alert over the state of Minnesota is in effect until 5 p.m. Saturday. So definitely still expect this to linger at least for a couple days. Unfortunately, a lot of it will be lofted, but some of it still reaching near the surface, which is why there's a possibility for some unhealthier air quality amounts as we go throughout the next couple days. Apart from that, though, really nothing to complain about within this forecast. Lows looking very comfortable, actually much of the area getting below 60 degrees. Look at this, even some of the low 50s up for areas north of I-94. Otherwise, everybody else in the upper 50s. La Crosse at 61, Eau Claire's low around 56. Highs tomorrow not looking too bad either. Most of the area in the upper 70s, very comparable to where we are at today. Even a tad bit cooler for areas further north. 76 for your high in Eau Claire, 79 in Eau Claire, 79 in La Crosse. Mostly sunny out there apart from those hazy skies. And you can really see that on our sky tracker. Not tracking much on the sky tracker. A couple clouds when we're waking up in the morning. Those really don't linger for that long. We'll have mostly sunny conditions apart from a few clouds lingering through. And then as we go into Friday morning, you can start to see high pressure slowly creeping its way into the area. Until it gets there, though, we're still going to be dealing with these northwesterly winds all the way into Thursday and into Friday as well. Those are really helping to keep us on the cooler side. Once we go into Friday night, though, and waking up Saturday morning, that high pressure is going to be moving well off to our southeast, still within the vicinity, but that flow from the high pressure is really going to start shifting those winds to be out of the south as we get into Saturday afternoon. That'll make a slight impact to our temperatures, but it's going to be a very gradual warming, getting a tad bit warmer for Saturday afternoon, likely cracking into the low 80s for some of us, and then a little bit warmer as we look into next week. That high pressure is giving those nice sunny conditions and mild temperatures. It's also giving us this dry weather. Look at this. No rain chances for Thursday, Friday, and for Saturday. Even as we go into Sunday and Monday, very light rain chances, starting to see some increases, especially Monday night and going into Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we can start to see some more disturbances passing through that could be bringing some showers and thunderstorms, but until then, not looking too bad. We like it when the weather's quiet, especially as we're dwindling down on the nice summertime days left ahead of us. Again, highs for the most part in the upper 70s. Some of us maybe a cracky 80 by the weekend, and then slowly warming up as we get into the start of next week and getting back to near normal.
We're not quite done with summer yet.
No, definitely
We'll
not.
be
We
going
probably
back
have
up.
a couple 90s still left in us.
Just a little tease this week.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, the Twins trade away one of the top relievers in baseball. Plus, hear from the Packers' newest enforcer on the defensive side of the ball. Jacob is up next.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Save big with an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Get long-lasting color with Pittsburgh's Grand Distinction Exterior Paint and Primer in 1. It's highly dirt-resistant and provides a mildew-resistant coating. Get a gallon starting at $38.97 after rebate. Improve your home's curb appeal with Paramount. It's an exterior paint and primer in 1 with UV protection and exceptional adhesion to resist cracking and peeling. Pick up a gallon starting at $48.94 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Drive your story with a new Ram.
Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get employee pricing plus for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends July 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
At Sealands Carpetland, we know how hard your family can be in your home. Relax! We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners that can create a home. Last a lifetime. Our flooring from Sealands is perfect for muddy feet
And
waterborne fights. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Let us help you find the perfect flooring because our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it was a big opportunity for the Brewers today after come-from-behind victories in the first two games of the series with the Cubs. Milwaukee with hopes of increasing their lead in the Central to 3 games. And it was another instance of the Crew falling behind early in the series. First pitch of the game, Michael Busch takes Freddie Peralta for a ride to right and gone. A couple innings later, Freddie in a jam. In the recent call-up for Chicago, Moises Ballesteros sprays one to the gap in left center, bringing in all 3 base runners. One of the positives on the day, the performance of William Contreras. This was his second solo home run of the game, but it would not be enough. The Cubs salvaged this series finale, taking it 10-3. Twins trying to avoid dropping their 4th game in the last 5, down 1 until Matt Wallner evens up the score with one swing of the bat in the second, but it was all downhill from there. Bases loaded for Masataka Yoshida, and he grounds one to the right side that gets through the hole, and 2 runs come in to score to make it 6-1 Boston. Then Jarren Duran is going to touch them all in the 6th inning after he absolutely crushes that baseball. Boston picks up the series win. And the Twins, part of one of the biggest MLB trades of the day as they ship their closer, Jhoan Duran, to the Phillies. Duran has been one of the best relievers in baseball this season with 16 saves, a 2.01 earned run average, and 53 strikeouts and 49 1/3 innings pitched. Philadelphia was tied for 4th worst in blown saves in the majors this year, so the move will shore up their bullpen. Meanwhile, Minnesota gets Phillies number 4 and number 5 prospects, catcher Eduardo Tait and pitcher Mick Abel. Well, the calendar has almost flipped to August. So that means postseason Northwoods League baseball right around the corner. First inning, look at the ridiculous play from Jake Jackson out in center. Might have been gone, but regardless, a great catch at the wall. And the Honkers get on the board in the 3rd as Miguel Cantu singles to right, 2 men on then for Jackson Cobb, and he launches one, and the right fielder thinks he has a beat on it, but he will not be able to make the play. 2 RBI triple for Cobb and the Loggers, then Kedron Kinsey adding to the lead with a run-scoring base knock to left. The Loggers score 3 in the 7th, and they get the victory 7-6. Meanwhile, the Packers training camp is moving right along, and a guy we've heard mentioned a lot already in Green Bay is free agent acquisition Nate Hobbs. The cornerback has brought a ton of physicality and toughness to the practice field, so much so that he was asked to tone it down a bit after a run-in with Marshawn Lloyd earlier this week. Regardless, the Packers coaching staff is happy to have him on the roster, and he's equally as excited to show what he can do in Jeff Hafley's defense.
First of all, I love Haf, a real dude, amazing man. Great coach. I think he does a good job of playing us to our strengths, and he switches it up and puts us in great positions to make plays, and we got a lot of playmakers.
He brings a toughness, he brings an edge, he brings a level of competitiveness. He can get his hands on people, he can play inside, he can play outside, and I just love the way the guy competes, and I love how physical and tough-minded he is, and that's how we have to play the game.
And Hobbs will look to make an impact on a defense that had lots of success last year, taking the ball away, ranking 4th in takeaways with 31. The 24th annual Packers Family Night is set for this Saturday at 7:30. And best wishes going out to Logan grad and current sprinter for UW La Crosse, Lauren Jarrett, as she is out in Eugene, Oregon, getting ready to compete in the 100-meter dash at the USA Track and Field Outdoor Championships tomorrow. She'll run in the first round tomorrow at 2:07 Central Time. She's one of 31 entries in the event. Jarrett enters the competition with the NCAA D3 record in the outdoor 100 at 11.23 seconds. That is fast. And,
yeah, that's super fast.
The fact that she's from La Crosse originally as well, doesn't just go to school here, was from Logan High School, so very cool for her. Best of luck, and that will be on TV, I believe, on Saturday and Sunday if she makes it past the first round. So we'll keep you updated on how she does.
Y'all will have to tune in.
Yes, absolutely.
Good luck to her. All right, more news right after this.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out for an unforgettable adventure, or take a sporty sedan for a spin, all while driving with confidence. See what makes Honda the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get at 4.99% APR on a 2026 HRV.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's tooth fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben today.
Even though they're a huge law firm, they were able to handle my case as if it was the only case they were working on at the time.
Anytime my wife or I had questions, it seemed like we had the answers before we even clicked send on the email.
Go to Schwabel.com and fill out a free online case evaluation. There is no fee unless we win.
I would 100% recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben to anyone that needs a personal injury attorney.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer and is recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
Furnish your home with the Forest at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best priced furniture store. Browse cozy Amish rockers, customizable easy sofas made in Wisconsin, and stunning handmade dining sets in hickory, walnut, aspen, and barnwood. Shop pantries, counter bars, gun cabinets, and more. Style your space this season with our cabin rug collection, multiple sizes available. Swing by the bed shed for rustic bedroom sets, bunk beds, and Amish-made office furniture. Family and veteran owned. Visit Black River Furniture Outlet this summer.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The crew of the NASA Artemis II mission to the moon made an announcement today. They're set to make the voyage in April of 2026 at the earliest. The crew of 4 will launch from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, flying around the moon and back on a 10-day journey. Artemis II Commander Reed Wiseman told reporters that the team is excited to be part of the next generation of lunar explorers.
We really think that Artemis is the right program at the right time to get a sustained human presence on around the moon and off to Mars, and we believe in it. So we're going to go fly Artemis II. We're going to proceed with this mission.
Artemis II will be a crewed test flight using NASA's Space Launch System and the Orion spacecraft. If successful, Artemis III will land humans on the moon for the first time since 1972 and explore the area near the lunar South Pole. Fascinating. All right, Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
It's rodeo time in Holman. Join us this Labor Day weekend at the Cooley Region Riders Club for our 30th annual rodeo. But that's not all. Sunday night, the arena turns into a concert stage featuring country star Easton Corbin with Wisconsin's own Chris Cruzy from The Voice. Purchase your pre-sale tickets to the entire weekend for just $40 at holmanrodeo.com. This is the premier rodeo experience of the whole Midwest. 2 days, one unforgettable weekend. It's rodeo time. Don't miss it.
Hey, Nick. Want your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call G&T.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
News 8, the Salvation Army, and the YMCA are helping the community go back to school with Stuff the Bus. Stop by the La Crosse or Onalaska Walmarts on August 8th and fill the bus with school supplies. Donate new supplies or cash, and we'll put them in the backpacks for the students in our community who need it most. We'll see you at Walmart on August 8th to help us stuff the bus. Brought to you by these great community partners and proudly sponsored by Cooley Bank.
Definitely a t-shirt and shorts day ahead of us. Not too cool out there, but a good cool down nonetheless from where we were a couple days ago, staying in the upper 70s. Still going to need those sunglasses because it's going to be sunny, but unfortunately dealing with that haze, and it looks like we'll have to deal with that for at least a couple more days, likely into the start of this weekend. But that's really only the bad takeaway from this
Well, look
forecast.
at that, Jacob. She got your outfit picked out for the rest of the week. Just got to add pants to that.
Exactly.
Where are the pants?
Yeah, I didn't have the pants.
Yeah.
Sorry, pants are optional.
That will be included.
That'll be needed.
That will be included.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.